Hello everyone, this is Vikrant and I welcome you to the official channel of SP Global Solutions. Hope you guys are having a great time. I'm very excited about today's video as it kickstarts the new video series Interview 101. In response to our previous videos, many of you guys reached to us and wanted the next video to be about some interview questions. Okay, so that's why we decided to make a video about it. And not just a video, we'll be releasing 2 videos every week in response to certain questions that are asked in the interviews. Okay, so without further ado, let's start exploring the right ways to make first impressions in any interview. I don't think anybody will be surprised when I say first impressions are mostly made, by the look you have, your attire, your shoes, your clothes, your watches, your facial hair, right? And if you have a tattoo, like should you show it, should you hide it? Well, by the way, general rule, if you have a tattoo for an interview, unless and until you're applying for, I don't know, a rock band, I suggest you hide the tattoo if it is a corporate job. So let's explore the first aspect of first impressions, which is how do you dress? What should your attire be? As far as clothes are concerned, your best friend is simplicity. The more simple you dress, the less the people have to judge and more the people get to learn. For example, if you look at both the dresses on the screen, you realize both of them are looking spectacular yet are not dressed in a very flashy way. The contrast between the upper body part and the lower body part is very clear. That's how a dressing should be. It should be very simplistic, no floral designs, no patterns, nothing. And plain colors are the best, especially when you are appearing for an interview. When you go for the interview, dress very simply, very beautifully, yet simple colors. And when you clear the interview, go in the job, join the job and look at the atmosphere and the culture. And based on that, then you can decide how differently you want to dress up. So as far as the first impressions are made, never risk too flashy colors or too dull colors. Find out something in between, and the contrast between the upper body clothes like salwar or shirts should be very clear in contrast to lower body clothes like pajamas and pants. And man, I love watches. Like watches are the best way to make an impression. People usually look at your shoes and your watches to judge your stature. If your watch is simplistic, if your watch is uh, not too flashy, it gives an impression that the person is a working professional. I'm not saying watches cannot be showy. You can wear sports watch, but not for interviews or working jobs. Okay, analog watches are best. Hybrid watches are second best, and smart watches can work, but the best impressions, people when they judge you, if you're wearing an analog watch like shown on the screen, that's when you make very clear that you're intending to be seen as a professional, as a working professional. Facial hair is a stylish way of calling out beards and mustaches in a group. So let's talk about beards. Beards are absolutely fine. Some male candidates prefer having beards all the time, and it's a very good idea. But if you are going to have a beard in an interview, I suggest go to a barber first and get it styled properly, and a barber who knows what he's doing. So a beer can be, for example, if you look at the picture in the left, you can see the beer has been properly trimmed and styled, and it's not blowing in all four directions. It's small enough so that it doesn't, look awkward, and it's dark enough, it's dense enough uh, to be recognized separately. Whereas in the right hand side of the same picture, you can see that, people can pull off both clean shave look as well. And for footwear, nothing better than a leather shoe. For both male and female, female can, girls can wear leather sandals and anything depending on the dress they are choosing. But for men, leather shoe is the masiha of the shoes. So don't even think about anything else. If you're going for an interview for a corporate job, always wear proper leather shoes, and they should be polished, by the way. So the general idea of your attire is you should have a clean, hygienic personality, a persona that is very charming and dresses that clearly tell that you are dressed in a certain way. Your attire is your uniform. If you're working in police, then there is a certain uniform. If you're working as a doctor, there is a certain uniform. Your uniform tells people what you are there to do. So, as far as first impressions are concerned, clothing attire is the most important aspect. And now that we are done with the first impression aspect of the interview, let's start with one of the most important, and like in every interview, I believe this question is being asked. And the question is, tell me about yourself. Tell me about yourself is the most important part of the interview because this is where you establish communication. Before asking this question, the interview was just about speculation. The interviewer was just looking at you and trying to analyze your patterns and everything. This is where you establish communication and create a pathway for a good conversation. This is the literal first impression you make because this is where the two of you connect. So let's understand what are the three basic ideas behind introduction and how can we continue the conversation after that. So you simply start by giving out three details about yourself, your and the family, your full name, and your one-line description of every member of your immediate family. What does your father do? What does your mother do? What does your brother or a sister do? How many people in the family? And that's it. And then tell if you belong to the same town. For example, if this interview is being conducted in Hyderabad and you're from Delhi, so tell them my hometown is Delhi, and I have been in Hyderabad for past 2 years. And then the next phase of this answer will be your education. I have had a lot of people talk to me and tell me, Vikrant, we were taught that we have to tell all our percentages, you know, 10th, 12th, first year, second year, final year, and everything. No, no, no. You don't need to do that because every information like that is already given to them. It's present in your resume, right? So, as far as education is concerned, you just tell out which is your highest qualification. If you're at 12th pass, tell them I just finished my high school in this year and um, the location of the school. If you finish your college, just tell them I have passed out from this college, which is located at this area, and then stop explaining. Okay, because again, I repeat, everything that you need to tell them, especially percentages, are given in the resume sheet already. So they don't need repetition of the things that you have. And you can sum up your answer with your likes and dislikes and goals. So hobbies, you can explain like apart from my usual work, I usually like going to the gym or studying a book or hanging out with my friends or watching movies or anything. Please keep in mind that hobbies have to be very honest and you don't need to impress anybody with your hobbies or anything. If you actually genuinely like doing something, mention that very honestly, given that it is decent, and your goal has to be explained in two parts. One is your goal in life. For example, if you want to establish your own company in the next 15 years or 20 years, so tell them, sir, I want to be the owner of my own company, and then tell your next immediate goal for the next 5 years. So tell them, in the next 3 to 4 years I want to be a team leader in your team, where I learn and gain a lot of experience. So these are the three parts that should be introduced, and only this much is required. Okay, anything else, if you think this introduction is short or something, if you think okay maybe they need more information, so you just finish your answer and then say, sir, is there anything else you would like me to tell you? That's a very polite way, and then they won't be offended at all. They won't think that your introduction was short. So let's look at an example of an introduction. Let's go. So here Ravi is being interviewed by somebody, and this is a response to the question. Please tell me about yourself. He just starts by saying, "Hi, my name is Ravi Ritwija Ponda. I belong to a family of four where my mother is a homemaker and father works in State Bank." And he then tells about his younger brother. I have a younger brother who is pursuing his bachelorate in commerce. Our family lives together in our hometown, which is Chinwada, Madhya Pradesh. Right now, I am residing in Hyderabad itself in a hostel near SR Nagar metro station. This is a very good example of self introduction, which should be continued with introduction of your education. So if you see closely, you can realize that only one line is enough for introducing yourself as far as in education aspect is concerned. Why do we keep it short? Because you're going to discuss about it at length in the interview. Where were you studying and what did you learn and everything. So for self introduction, one line is enough because it's going to be discussed anyway. So here Ravi says, I have recently finished my graduation course in application of computer science from Osmania University in the year 2021. That's an excellent introduction. Then he finishes it up and says, apart from studies, I like to play football and mobile games like Call of Duty in my free time. My long term goal in life is to be the CEO of my own company. And in the next 3 to 4 years, I aim to be the team leader of my own team. So this is a very good introduction, guys. Please try and practice them. Just listening and reading won't help. Look at a mirror and try and practice them. I think in 3 to 4 days, if you practice, you will be fine enough to answer the same question. It should not be scripted. Do not butterfly it, but actually at least practice it. And last but not the least, we actually invite you to come and see us directly in our offices present in three different branches in Hyderabad. For more information, please contact us through the contact details given on the slide. And we really welcome and look forward to meet you. Guys, please like, subscribe, comment, and share anything you want, any agreements, disagreements, or queries. We are happy to solve and entertain them. And we really look forward to have a very strong and very emotional connection with you. So this is Vikrant signing off from XP Global Solutions. Have a nice day and a nice life. Bye, people.